Greetings, YouTube. It's interesting that the only times President Manbaby is ever silent is when a white terrorist either conducts an attack on U.S. soil or plans to conduct an attack on U.S. soil. Recently, a Coast Guard lieutenant was arrested because he had been planning a massive attack upon America, specifically upon Democrats and journalists. But the list of people this guy wanted to kill was really long. He essentially wanted to kill as many human beings as he could get access to because he's a hateful, conservative, white terrorist. Thankfully, he was stopped. Even he'd gotten to the point where he'd begun to stockpile the weapons he needed to begin the attack that he wanted to conduct. And Fox News and the toddler-in-chief have really downplayed this, which isn't shocking, seeing as he's one of their own. He's a white supremacist. The president's a white supremacist, and the people in charge of Fox are white supremacists. We've always known this. It's just become very overt over, say, the last two plus years. The president supports white supremacy. He has always been a racist. Remember, he took a full-page ad out trying to convince people that 5 men who were innocent of crimes were in fact guilty. Why? Because they were black. He's a racist. He's always been a racist. In fact, I believe he's still being sued for racist business practices because he's a crappy businessman and he's a racist. Yes, I'm going to keep hammering that point home until you folks get on board and realize that President Manbaby is in fact a white supremacist and a racist. So he's been real quiet about this guy. And like I said, it's not surprising. If he had been brown or black or a Muslim, he'd be all over this. But nope. It's a white guy planning to kill other white people. People that frankly, the president doesn't like much himself. The president doesn't like Democratic politicians. The president doesn't like journalists. He considers journalists to be the enemy of the people because he's morally and ethically bankrupt and doesn't understand the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. Frankly, he probably doesn't understand much. If it isn't within reach of his fingertips, he probably doesn't grasp it, and that pun's intentional. So, why is it that so many conservatives just ignore this fact? How many people in your life do you know that have ignored the fact that their white guy had decided he was going to kill the world because he's an angry white dude? And apparently angry white dudes don't get enough airtime. Angry white dudes aren't center stage all the frigging time in America. That we don't have an angry white dude in the White House, who also happens to be a racist white supremacist. So, let's talk about the Coast Guard lieutenant that tried to kill the world and the fact that the president has remained pretty much silent on his efforts to do so. I think that silence speaks volumes.